It's time to tune in and turn up on the Rivera Show.
If you're not listening to this, what are you doing? What? If you're not listening to okay?
Yes, y'all. Y'all already know what time it is. No, we're not live, but we are live and direct right here in Brooklyn, New York at the Cash Sound Lab. Ivy Rivera, aka Young Body, in the building. And I am here with this fine tenderoni. You might have seen her somewhere in America touring with A$AP Ferg, Made in Tokyo, Tory Lanez, etc., etc. But she's out here killing it, you know, taking the music industry by storm.
For real.
Salma Slims in the building.
Hey.
What's up? How you doing?
Good?
You here in New York?
I'm good. Yes, good vibes in New York always.
Absolutely. Making your runs. With the city. Absolutely. Shout out to New York.
Yeah,
you know,
for sure.
Standing strong. But you're here on a promo run.
Yeah.
You know, you got a new single out, Wasted. Yes. And it's like a reintroduction of you as an artist.
For sure.
Because you were so into this trap vibe. A lot of people are familiar with you for being like this like dope lyricist.
Right.
And then you come out with Wasted and it's like a whole different vibe.
Right.
More laid back, very melodic.
Real chill.
Yeah. Tell me about that transition a bit.
I mean, I feel like I just like tapped into myself like lately in the studio, just creating a vibe that fits me. And I'm actually like a real chill person. Like I'm not as hype as like my music. So doing the trap music was always like me coming out, like being a little bit more energetic and shit. But this music, like this vibe, is definitely like more of stuff that the ladies could relate to.
Right. Absolutely. And I know from your previous records, like 100 Racks.
Yeah.
And that kind of reflects the rap game Tyra Banks moniker that you carry around. Tell me how you got that name.
Well, a lot of people always tell me like, oh my God, I didn't think that you rap. Like I thought you were a model or something. And I used to feel some kind of way at first. I was like, what you mean? Like, you know, I'm an artist. Like you saw me just perform, nigga. Like, what the fuck?
Right.
And then it's like, well, you look like, you just look like a model chick. And I was like, okay, you know what? Like, I feel like I was the rap game Tyra Banks. Like, I'll go on stage and slay, and then like I turn the stage into like my whole runway and shit. So that's where that came from.
I like that. You know, creative.
And then with my outfits and everything, it just made like so much sense. So I was like, you know what? Rap game Tyra Banks. And I'm going to go on stage and I'm going to treat the stage like I'm in a fashion show.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, that's another thing that you should totally get into if you haven't already.
Yeah,
but
for
like,
sure.
Clearly your Instagram just screams like
model.
Like you on point.
On point.
Like I was looking at my own Instagram like...
Aesthetics.
Yeah.
I'm always looking at other people's Instagram like, damn, this shit look good.
Right.
Like, I wonder if my shit
that's
look
a whole
that.
art now. Like,
For real. No, your page is together. Your page lit.
Yeah, I be trying.
It's cute.
Yours is a little bit more like higher flame, but it's all good. You know what I'm saying?
Thank you.
So let's kind of reel it back to the past because I really want to get to know who you were before you were Salma Slims. So tell me like about your background.
Well, my mom is Lebanese and Gambian, and my dad is full-on Gambian. So my parents came out here to America, like literally like trying to have me here because they had my sister in Gambia, and they were like, we have to have like at least somebody born in America, so it's not so much of a struggle for them trying to travel the world one day, you know? And like look at it now, like Trump is definitely trying to ban all that travel bans, all that shit. So it's a blessing that I'm born here because I could never. I don't take it for granted. Like, as I got older, I started realizing, like, you know what? It's actually, like, a privilege living here because I just saw how much my parents had to, like, go through, like, all the struggle of, like, applying for a visa, going back, making sure they don't overstay their visa, back and forth type shit.
Right.
And I was like, you know what? Like, that's a privilege. But I was born in Norfolk, Virginia, moved to Atlanta when I was maybe like 5 years old, and then I was raised in Atlanta. So Atlanta is like the streets that raised me and molded me.
Hey, shout out to the A.
Yeah.
You know, giving it up crazy.
And then, like my mom, my mom was like, we lived in DeKalb on the east side, and then I went to school in Gwinnett, so north side is like the family in Atlanta. Yeah.
That's dope. And I know you have a Muslim background.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of misconceptions, you know, kind of going around, especially when it comes to like religion and music. When, you know, anybody, a creative, decides to kind of step out of the norm, you know, a lot of doubts and hesitations come into play, especially when a family has a strong belief in a certain, you know, follow of religion. So how was it, you know, explaining to your parents that this is what you wanted to do?
I mean, like, it's like I'm an Islamic girl, so there was no music in my family. It was kind of like, you want to do music? Why? Like, what for? That doesn't even match. Like, how do we explain that to the family? And I was like kind of like sheltered away from like listening to all that other like hard hip hop shit. So when I went to school, I was like, dang, I'm trying to hear like what came out. I'm trying to hear like all this shit. But as soon as I got like to high school, all of that was done with. Like I'm listening to this shit. Like y'all can't shelter me no more.
Right.
But doing music was something that's kind of like frowned upon like in the religion, because it's very modest and it's very traditional. So that was like something people ask me all the time, like how do it feel to be like a Muslim rapper? And I'm just like, it's not the religion that makes me the artist. It's just that's my background.
Right.
And I did an interview, and it was kind of like the headline, like Islamic rapper, this and that, and they was going in on me on the comments, like she's trying to find a platform for her shit, like she's just trying to use religion to get plays and views and all this shit. And it's like, actually, nah, I'm not. I just that's just happened to be my religion. You don't say that someone's a Christian, like, oh, new Christian artist on the rise, like
right.
that don't even make sense. It's like, okay, like that's just their religion. Like, what does their music sound like? Yeah, and my music does not sound nothing Arabic, no Islamic shit in my music.
Yeah, absolutely not.
Yeah,
absolutely not. It's
so that's
totally
that. So y'all can stop commenting on my shit, talking shit about me.
You heard it. I ain't say nothing. So what do you think is like one of the biggest misconceptions about you being an artist and being a female in this male dominant industry?
I mean, as women, like, we get left out of situations all the time, because the dudes is like, they like running shit all the time. Like, they don't ever, it's hard to let a female in. So me being like the first lady of Private Club Records, it's like I got dudes around me all the time. So it's easier not to get tried or not to get played. But when I was on my own, like just doing my shit, like I was getting played, I was getting tried all the time. Like niggas was really trying to like just say whatever or do whatever just to get over on me. And I was like, you know what, now that I'm with my squad and I got my niggas with me at all times, like that shit's not fly. That's not flying at all.
Right, absolutely. And I know you have a really tight relationship with Made in Tokyo in 24 Hours. How did this relationship sprout?
Yeah, it's been a long time. Like me and 20, we've been together for 7 years, and me and Tokyo, like we've been brother and sister for like 7 years. And he's like my biggest supporter too. Like he helps me with everything. That's my bro. And 20, like I love him so much. That's the bae. And his work ethic is amazing, and he's always motivating me and helping me with my career. So we like a real power team.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's cool because, you know, they're like the new voice of our time. You know,
for sure.
They done visited the Billboard charts, you know, once or twice. So tell me about like the inspiration and the motivation that it brings to you to know that like one day
I'm next. I'm getting that record on Billboard.
Yeah, absolutely. Yo, shout out to 24 Hours, by the way, and Made in Tokyo.
Yeah,
they're really killing it.
Shout out to Private Club.
Yeah, absolutely. I know you're gonna go on tour with them soon.
Yeah, I go back on tour tomorrow, actually.
Tomorrow?
Yeah.
Oh, you lit.
I know.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Yo, we out.
Gotta catch that flight like at 7 a.m. and bounce.
Yo, that's the real grind right here.
For
that's
sure,
a true
for real.
hustler. Yo, she's the one. She is the one. And speaking of being the one, I see you're looking jiggy as hell.
Hey,
and I know,
appreciate it.
If you look on her Instagram, she's super stylish, fashion forward. Like, where's your fashion inspiration come from?
A few different places actually. I was living in Atlanta for so long. So when I finally had moved to LA and I started seeing like, oh, the girls are wearing stuff like that, like putting it with that. Okay, it like literally within a month I was like, I got it. And I was just the girl that just used to wear sweatpants and shit. So I was like, it kind of felt like an art to me. It was like putting outfits together was fun, and it just like relieved my stress sometimes, like putting together an outfit, like blending the colors and all that shit. So like now when I'm getting dressed, like I want to feel like the mood that I'm wearing.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I don't know if that makes sense.
Yeah. What kind
Like
of
my outfits are my mood.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Like right now I'm cozy.
Yeah.
That's my mood. I'm cozy.
Right. Are you
Yeah.
cute?
Thanks, Will. So, what are some brands that you're like loyal to? Like we all have that one brand that we shop at all the time.
Yeah. For me, it would be, well, my comfort shoes right now are my Balenciagas, my Gucci's, and I love Daniel Patrick.
Mine is like, my Prestos.
Yeah, no,
Maybe
no,
my
and
Chucks,
no,
and you
my
over here like,
my
no.
Prestos too. My Prestos, I will wear those like almost all the time.
It's like
too.
clouds on your feet.
Yeah, and Adidas, like I wear Adidas all the time, and I don't always wear expensive stuff either. Like I mix pieces. Like my shoes might be expensive, but like my outfit would be like hella cheap,
Right.
Or not even hella cheap, but just like affordable,
Right.
Like as long as the shoes are expensive, like that's all that matters.
But that's like the perks of being a girl.
Yeah.
Because we got that plug where it's like we could have like one expensive
Yeah,
thing.
I know.
And then the rest is like under $50 and we still looking fresh.
looking fly.
Hell
You could just
yeah.
walk into it's not even about wearing expensive stuff. You could go into a boutique and find a shirt for $5 as long as you know
How to wear it.
or what looks like,
Yep,
something is
absolutely.
good.
Absolutely. So when you're getting ready in the morning, what is on your playlist in the morning?
Sid is definitely on my playlist. SZA is definitely on my playlist. And that's in the morning, like just to find my vibe, drink coffee and shit.
Right.
But like when it's time to go out with my girls and shit, and we ready to like turn up, like
Yeah.
I listen to that Future and Amigos, fuck with Amigos. Shout out to Northside Atlanta, 8,
Hey.
21 Savage.
Yes.
Bank
what's
account. I was
Yo,
just in the hotel in my robe jigging to that. Y'all gotta go watch your Snap story. I'm gonna tell her to post it twice when this drop.
Oh my God, I'm dead. I'm so dead. That's a good playlist. So basically, we could trust you with the aux cord in the car.
Oh yeah, I'm aux cord shawty. Like,
Ooh, I
you
like
could,
that.
You could definitely like.
Yo, I don't know. Like I have good taste in music, but every time I
You
get
could
the
definitely
aux
give me
cord,
the aux.
Yo, my heart be pounding.
Yeah, you be
Because-
nervous, like,
yes,
like,
I be like,
I hope I don't fuck
what?
the vibe
Yeah,
up.
yeah. Like it'll be like one song playing, and I'm like, all right, here it goes.
Yeah. Cause it's so important. Like you can't fuck the vibe up. It's like smoking a blunt. Like if you pass the blunt the wrong way, it's like, come on, man.
Yep.
Like you missed.
Yep.
It's
Yo,
like
I
it's the
can't-
same thing with the
I
aux
can't tell you
cord.
how many times like somebody try to pass somebody else a blunt. I seen it with my own eyes, and they'll like touch the
Yeah, or they pass it the
little
wrong
part.
way.
Yeah, it's like
Oh
there's
my
a certain
God.
etiquette to
That's
this.
like, don't cheese me. Like, don't give me the
cheese
blunt.
me, dog.
Don't give me the blunt the wrong way.
I'm dying, but you know what? It was such a pleasure to have you over here at the Ivy Rivera show.
sure.
Let everybody know where they could catch your single "Wasted."
Okay. So, new single just dropped, Wasted, produced by I Think We Got It. Y'all can find that shit on iTunes, Spotify, all streaming. It's everywhere. The video is out. Go watch it and tweet me. Follow me. I'm going to follow back.
It's been real. You know you can follow me at the Ivy Rivera. That's THEIVYRIVERA. Don't forget to subscribe to us on YouTube and on iTunes by searching the Ivy Rivera Show. It's been real. We out. We here with Salma Slims. You heard?
Bye.